If I wanted to create a new website in 2023 and had no prior experience, I would follow this simple 7-step process. Even complete beginners will end up with professional looking website just by following those simple steps, and save hundreds or even thousands of dollars just by doing it by themselves, and not needing to go and pay someone else who will follow this exact 7-step formula for them. So let's take a look at it. First step, choosing a domain name and hosting provider. The first step is setting up your domain name and your web hosting. The domain name is quite simple, it's the name of your website. So for example, for YouTube, it's youtube.com. This is gonna be your unique website, what people will remember. Then we have also web hosting, which is a powerful computer that will store all of your data of your website, keep it safe, and make it accessible to everyone around the world 24/7. Now don't worry, you don't need to go and buy anything physical. We can actually do everything online. Now, whenever you want to go on internet and try to find something about web hosting, it can be really hard because there are so many companies, but a lot of them are just bland scams. Okay, so whenever you are choosing web hosting company, you need to go and follow those 5 steps. And at the end, I will give you also my recommendation of what I personally use. But whenever you're choosing your web hosting company, it should be highly reputable, and I prefer them to have at least 2 years of experience inside this field, so they are not just some newcomer in this field. Then I also look at reliability. I'm looking especially at uptime, and I like to have them uptime of 99.95% and higher. I wouldn't go lower than that. Also, performance is a big deal. I definitely want them to have all SSDs and no HDDs as we've seen in past, and also I want to go and see average response time of server under 500 milliseconds. This is also really important. And then obviously security is a big deal. They can go and offer you something like free SSL certificate, they can give you some malware protection, and they can even go give you some spam protection, or even something like, let's say, daily backup. This is all very important to keep your data and data of your visitors really safe. Then we have also definitely great 24/7 customer support, and last but not least, they definitely should have good, easy, clean user interface, so it's easy for us to actually use it. Out of all of those elements, I personally am using something called SiteGround, and I believe this is the best currently possible. That's why I personally am using it on my own sites. Now, if you want to go and visit SiteGround, you can go and use my affiliate link. I'm actually affiliated, but they're not paying me directly to say something good about them. I've been using them for many years, and I still believe this is currently the best option you can go with. So if you want to go with SiteGround like I do, you can go to lookallows.com/SiteGround, or you can simply click the link in the description. It will take you to this website when you can see there are currently discounts. Now you have also many options, as you can see inside these. You have, for example, web hosting, WordPress hosting, WooCommerce hosting, and so much more. Now many people make this mistake. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to go with WordPress hosting. Even though we are going to use WordPress to build our website, we want to go for something called share hosting. So we can simply click on web hosting, and it should give you inside here. Now you can see by using my link, you're going to save up to 76% for the first year, which is a very good deal. Now, even though they're trying to go and recommend you grow big plan because it's a little bit expensive, I would actually go and suggest you, if you want to build only one website, which I assume many of you do, go with startup. You can always upgrade, so you don't need to go and spend that much money from a get-go. You can always go with startup, build one website, and if you start getting a lot of traffic, you can go and upgrade to a better plan. That's what I personally did, and that's what I would definitely recommend you do as well. So now I want to go and click on Get Plan. And then it should take you inside here. You can see here you are going to be entering your domain name. So basically, once again, the name of your website. Now keep in mind, some of them may be already taken. So let's see what will happen if I would go and put youtube.com inside here. As you can see, the domain we have chosen is not available, so we have to go and find something of our own that's not being used currently. So just be patient and be creative and try to find out something of your own. I'm gonna go for something random. You can also go and choose from many top level domains. This is basically what's behind the dot. You have .com, .org, .net, or even if you are living in a specific location, for example in UK, and you are building content for UK audience, you can go for something like .co.uk. But if you're a majority of English-speaking audience or in the USA, I definitely would suggest you to go with .com. That's what I am personally using as well. So you can go here in .com and hit proceed. And if the domain is taken, it will show you inside here. Here, simply you need to go and review and complete all of the data. This is like signing up for anything else, for example, your Netflix account. You simply need to go and give up your information in here, your payment information. Here you can go inside your data center, and now currently I'm in Europe, but because I'm building this for the US audience, I would go inside here, click on data center location, and you want to make sure that you are as close as possible to your target audience, because this will increase the loading speed, which is very good. So you can go and, for example, choose from one of those: USA, California, Texas, Virginia, or Iowa. Now, SiteGround, the best part about them is that they're actually using Google Cloud infrastructure. So they're using servers that actually Google is using, which is really cool. But in this example, I already know that USA, Iowa is the closest, so I want to go for that. Here you can see the best period. I have currently 12 months as the cheapest, so I definitely gonna go with that. Here you have some additional stuff. We don't need a site scanner, it's just unnecessary for us, but the domain privacy is something really interesting and what I personally like to check. What does it actually do? Well, whenever you are putting up inside here your real information, so for example your real name, your last name, where are you from, your tax ID and stuff like that, then it will be registered in a public register, so everybody will have access to it. And what is something happening that some people can go and find it up, and they will give you some spam calls, send you some weird emails, offering you some weird services in regards of your website and stuff like that. And if you just don't want to deal with it, you don't want to have your personal information online accessible by everyone, you can simply go and buy a domain privacy, which would basically mean that SiteGround is going to go and register you and hide it under their own information. So if somebody will go and look up your website, they will not find up your information, but SiteGround's information. Now you are still rightful owner, nothing is changing there, just it's hidden under SiteGround's company informations. I personally am using it, but if you feel okay without it, you can go definitely without it. It will not affect the speed of your website, reliability of your website, or ranking on Google. It will not do anything with it, it's just for your own sake. So domain privacy, fill this up, you can go confirm, read terms and services and privacy policy, and also if you would like to receive some additional information, and hit pay now. Now this is what you will see when you come to SiteGround. You want to go and click on SiteGround, and if you don't see your website in here already, you want to go and click on new website, and it will start going through this domain. Now you already have your own domain, so you're gonna go and click on existing domain. But for this sake, I'm gonna go personally for temporary, but you go for existing domain. I'm gonna for this one, for example, hit continue, and they will start asking you some new stuff. Do we want to migrate the website? So we have already existing website. No, we don't. So we're gonna go and hit select new website, and here we're gonna go and select WordPress by its own. You can go with WooCommerce if you're building eShop or Weebly site builder, but I don't actually like to use it. Definitely go with SiteGround in here. Here you can go and create your email address, but we can go and skip and create empty sites. No, we do not want to go and add anything in here, so we can simply go and finish, and it will actually start creating site for us. This can take up to 2 minutes, but usually it's around 1 minute, so we just need to wait. Now in here you're gonna see your one website, and if you don't see the option WordPress admin, you simply need to go to your site tools, and we are inside our site tool, and here we can go under WordPress, install and manage WordPress, and here once again we're gonna go and simply choose WordPress. You can fill up all of the information and hit install. You can install your admin information, which is going to be login information for your WordPress account, and also put some password in here and hit install. I've already did it, so I can go to my website in here, and after clicking it, you're going to go and click on WordPress admin, and it should take you to a completely new window. And now congratulations, it doesn't look like it, but you have just created your first website. So let's take a look around it. I know this can be a little bit confusing, there's a lot of new stuff in here, but believe me, it's way easier than it actually looks. So this is the backend of your website, how you're gonna go and interact with it. Now, your visitors will never see this. when you want to see what visitors going to be able to see, you simply need to go inside here in this top administration bar, hover over this My WordPress, the house icon, and click on it. It will take you to a new window, and you can see this is what your visitors will be able to see. But now you can see my Google Chrome is showing me that this is not secure because we are using HTTP and not HTTPS. So we need to get that S in there, which is SSL certificate, and basically means that it encrypts the communication between server and computer. So we will go to our website. You're gonna see only one inside here, and you will go and click on all site options. Here we're gonna go and scroll down and find something called SSL. Now, the good part about SiteGround is that they offer it for free. So I'm gonna go and click on Add. Here we can go and choose between those two. You can go for this one, but I have multiple subdomains, so I'm gonna go with this. And here you can see period price is for free. So we can definitely go inside here and hit activate. And now if we have successfully done it, we can go refresh our website, but we can see this secure icon with HTTPS, which means our site is secure for our visitors. So now let me actually go and explain everything you see on this website. So firstly, we have a dashboard. This is the overview of your website. So when you want to go and have published a lot of articles, you're going to go and see how they are performing and stuff like that. It's overall look at your website. You can go and manage, for example, design, view your site, change design, and stuff like that. The most important part in here is your updates inside here. You want to go and make sure your WordPress is always updating. So you can check the current version you are using, and you want to always go and stay up to the current version. Now I'm gonna go and skip posts and pages. I'm gonna go to the last one because they are really important. So we can go to media. This is very similar to gallery on your phone. They are basically storing all of your images, videos. You can go upload their media in there. Now you can find them into one location, which is really cool. You have comments also, which is obviously when you're gonna go and have under your blog post or some different type of post, some comments, it will show up in here. Appearance in here will provide you with more of the design. We can go and get, for example, templates inside here, some themes. It will go and configure the layout of your website, the fonts you are using, the colors you are using, and all of the good stuff from a design perspective. Now, plugins are very interesting. Those are something like apps on your phone. They will go and extend basic functionality on WordPress and allow you to do a lot of different stuff. So for example, if you want to go and create e-commerce stores, you can go and download some specific e-commerce plugins that will allow you to go and do e-commerce stuff on your WordPress website. So they are basically broadening the functionality of your WordPress site, and I will show you the best plugins you should definitely use. Users, well, you can create different users. You are currently administrator, which is the highest level on the WordPress, so you can do basically everything inside here. But you can also go and create a new account. So for example, you have writers for your blog and you are a little bit scared that they will go and delete some stuff or change the design. You can give them different authorizations. For example, you can go and give them author login, so they will be able only to go log in and publish some stuff. They cannot delete stuff, they cannot change, for example, setting of your website or stuff like that, which is also very useful. Tools, you have some basic tools inside here. We don't need to worry about them just now. Just remember, you can go and check up, for example, site health, or if you like your website, you can go and export it to save it on a physical location on your computer. Then we have also some general settings inside here where you can go and change your permalinks, URLs, for example, the time zone of your website, your information, your login, your password, and stuff like that. And you can also see this SG Optimizer and SG Security, which are specialized plugins made by SiteGround for SiteGround users only, which is great because they are completely for free with SiteGround accounts, and they will optimize your website to make sure that they are really fast and really secure, which is something that Google really likes, and that will rank you much higher than your competition. So now let's take a look at the pages and posts. Pages are basically the whole blogs of your website. They are mainly static. The most well-known pages are, for example, your homepage, your About Us page, your Contact Us page, your privacy policy page. You don't need to go and update it every single day or create new content about it. On the other hand, posts are singular. This is something you are promoting, you are driving traffic to. I will actually show you an example of this on Disney's own site. So for example, pages are usually accessible through header or even footer down here. So inside here, we can see all of those are gonna be pages. Those are static pages. and they can have also subsections. So for example, let's click on Disney News. This Disney News is one big page, but all of those posts are singular posts, okay? So this everything is gonna be page, but those posts are gonna be your blog post inside WordPress. So you can see this is post inside here. This is just a simple clarification. But now let's actually change our design, because our website is, let's face it, very ugly. We have some weird bird and we're gonna go and change it. This is super simple, okay? You can go from scratch, but I found a way better way for you. What you wanna go and do is go under Appearance and click on Add New. Here we are searching for something called Astra. So I'm gonna go hit search and you can see it inside here. So I'm gonna go click install and activate it. Now you can see when I visit my websites once again, this is how it looked before, and just by doing those few clicks, when I'm gonna go real website, you can see the whole layout of our website have been changed. But obviously there's nothing in there, right? Well, let's change it as well. Firstly, we need to go to plugins, and we need just one single plugin. I'm gonna go and hit add new. And I'm searching for something called starter templates. I'm gonna go and hit search. And we can see it inside here. I'm gonna go and click install and once again activate it. Now you can see nothing changed yet, but if we go under appearances, we can see a new window just pop up. The one that we have just downloaded, starter template. So I'm gonna go and click on that. This will take us to this kind of greeting us. We can go and hit build our website. Here we have some page builders. Definitely go with Elementor. We don't even need to talk about the other ones. And here you have some pre-made websites for you, which is a great way to start building your website, just exchanging photos, adding stuff and stuff like that. It's way better for you because sometimes it's really hard to come up with a blank canvas, okay? So we are actually having some reference points and we can go move them around and manage our website in this way, which is, in my opinion, way easier for beginners. So you can go see some premium versions or even some free versions. You can go select by something specific you are looking for. So for example, hotel, real estate, transport, pets, or even some professionals like coach or even the blogs. But in this example, we can go with something very simple like this live nature theme. You can go click around with it, see if you like it or not. We actually really like this, so I'm gonna go and skip and continue. Here you can set up your color palette or even your font. I'm really happy with those, so I'm gonna go and hit continue. Here you don't need to go and put up some of your data. I just like to unclick share non-sensitive data and hit submit and build my website. And this process can take anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds. What they're basically doing is they're downloading and setting up your website exactly how we saw before. So we will not have this ugly blank canvas anymore. And as you can see, it has been successfully done, and now we have done it. So let me actually go back. You can go and click on view your website. But if we go inside here, this is what we have actually started with. And when I'm gonna go and refresh this site, you can see just by clicking on a few buttons, we have this beautiful, amazing looking website. And this is actually what people will see when they go and visit your website. You can go and try this. Take this link, put it inside incognito mode, and you can see that people are actually gonna see this. This is your website. But obviously you wanna go and change it. Now, Starter Templates also downloaded something called Elementor, which is the drag and drop editor, which is super awesome. So I'm gonna go and click on it here in top administration bar, and it will take you to this drag and drop editor. And what does it basically mean? Well, they make it that you can make website in a more visual way. So now we can go and simply interact with our website, for example, by dragging some stuff inside here. So we can go and start writing stuff and all of the good stuff. And when we something just don't like, we can go and move it around, or we can simply right click on it and hit delete. Now we can also go and change everything. Usually this is set up into 3 different stuff. We have layout, which is basically the main thing. So for example, for text, it's gonna be your title, your links, size and stuff like that. Then we have style, which is the more visual way. So we can, for example, go and change some font We can go and change font size or even some color. So let's say we want to go and make it red, and all of this stuff inside here. And then we have some advanced stuff where we can basically go and move it around, but we don't need to worry about it just now. Now we can, for example, also go inside here, and let's say we want to go and change this background photo. Now because it's something visual, we need to go under styles, and we can see here image. So I'm gonna go and choose image. Here you can go and upload image from your computer. You can see from your media library the images you have already used, or you can go even to free images, which are royalty-free images provided by Pixabay, and you can start and find here something of your own. So I'm gonna go and put, for example, surf. So I, for example, want to go with this image inside here. So I simply gonna go choose it and hit insert media, and you can see it changed it for us. Now we can even go click on position, hit custom, and we can go and start playing around with it. So make it higher, lower on your Y position, or move it left or right on your X position. But I'm gonna go keep it on 0, 0. I think it looks just fine. You can see I want to have this person more in focus, so I'm gonna go and make him a little higher on here. Okay, this looks really good. I'm very satisfied with it. When I want to go and preview it, I can simply go to this eye, click on it, and it will take me to preview site. And I'm very happy with this example. I think this looks really cool. So I simply need to go and hit update. And now all of your changes has been updated. So now whenever you want to go and copy the URL of your website, you can see that it has been actually changed for you. You can see our new image. It's really that simple. Now as you can see, I've made a whole video only about Elementor, because as you can see, there are a lot of stuff to go over and we would be here for a lot of time. But currently it's unnecessary for you to know it. You just need to know that it's very easy and everybody can do it. It's just that simple, like going inside style and, for example, changing color of elements and saving it. It's really nothing that hard. With that being said, we want to go and set up also few stuff. So I'm gonna go and exit by clicking on this hamburger icon and clicking on exit. Yes, we want to go and apply it. Yes, leave our website. And it will take us to our edit page. We can skip this, go back to WordPress, and we are inside here. Now whenever you want to go and, let's say, for example, change your logo, you simply need to go and click on customize, and this will allow you to go and interact with your header and footer of your website. So for example, I want to go change logo. You can see this pencil icon over here. I'm going to go click on it, and here we can see our logo. I'm going to go and remove it and select our new image. Now I want to go and upload some logo inside here, and for example, we can use WordPress logo for this example. So I'm going to go upload it WordPress logo, which is in PNG format, so it has transparent background. I'm gonna go select it, choose image, and we can see it's a very small, right? Well, we can simply go inside here, logo width, and make it a little bit bigger, and you can see this looks really good. We can also go and play around with, for example, your menu inside here. So I'm gonna go and click on publish to save all of our changes, and here we can go and, for example, click on this and configure the menu from here. So we can go and select our menu, so what pages are gonna be shown. Let's say I don't want to have this button inside here. So I can simply come inside here, click on it, and you can see it inside here. We have our site logo, so we can go move it, for example, into middle. We can move it anywhere else, but I like it on the left side, and I don't like this button, so I simply gonna go and remove this element. And you can see we have simply our logo and our primary menu. Now when I want to go and edit our primary menu, I simply gonna go click on it or click on this pencil icon, and it will take us in here. We're gonna go configure our menu, and here we can see that we are currently using our main menu, which is the only menu we have. So I'm gonna go and click on add menu. Here you can go and start, for example, moving them around. You can see a whole will be on the second. We can go move about us on the last page, or we can even go and create a subsection. So let's say we want to go and put everything in here. We can see that we have one subsection that's inside two subsections, but this looks really weird. So I'm gonna go and save this. We can also start adding some different stuff. So for example, let's say we have our sample page, add it inside here, and you can see it's really that simple. Don't forget to publish all of your changes. Now, whenever you want to go and create your first blog post, actually, you simply need to go inside post, click on add new, and start writing. This is going to be your title. And these are going to be your blocks of text inside here. So you can, for example, insert image. And when you want to have something new, you can simply go and start adding paragraph text. Now you can go and start adding elements inside here, but this is really inefficient way. What I actually really like to do is just simply go and write it inside your Google Docs. And you can simply come inside here. And because WordPress is so intelligent, you can simply copy everything, even with images or even YouTube links, and simply come inside here, inside your blog post. I'm gonna go delete this one. Click here and simply hit Ctrl V. It will automatically import everything you have just created. So it's really that simple to create those blog posts. And you can see even those videos we have inside our docs as only YouTube links. It's gonna go and convert them automatically inside your beautiful full YouTube video in here. The same thing goes with Vimeo and all other platforms. So it's really that simple. If you want to go and preview it, you can simply come inside here, click on preview, and you can see your website inside here. Now it has some weird color behind it, so we simply need to go to customize. Now we want to go and change this color, so we need to go to global, hit colors, and here you can see the site background, put it on white, and also content background, put it on white color. And now you can see there is no difference, it's white on white. Here you can go and change everything. So for example, you can see we have links, those are yellow, so we can go and change them, for example, to make it visible red one. So when I hover over them, it's gonna be red. And I also can do it like this and hit publish changes. You're gonna able to see when I publish this and view my post, it will automatically apply all of those changes. So you can see that our links are now red, which is really cool. So this is really the easiest way to do it. And you can simply come inside to Elementor and import your blog post inside here, for example, as a replacement of those services. It's really that simple. Once again, I've created a whole tutorial about Elementor itself, so it's really that simple. Now I hope you can see that creating your own WordPress website is super exciting and also very empowering. It will allow you to go and share your hobbies, your passion, your ideas with entire world, which is super powerful, especially nowadays. But here's the thing. There are two groups of people. First one are those that will go and watch, for example, hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos about building WordPress website. They will never actually learn how to do it properly. And there's also the second group of people who are actually gonna go and take an action. And they will actually go and after watching this video, they will rewind it and go step by step and create their own website. Because you will best learn on creating your own website. I have a lot of different tutorials that will help you along the way, for example, the full Elementor tutorial. But for now, you don't actually need any of that. You simply need to go and rewind this video and get your WordPress website running. So you can go and actually create some stuff. Now you have two options. First one is you are actually going to go and take action right now. You can rewind this video and actually go and create your website, which I wish you the best of luck for you. And if you have any problem, definitely leave it down in the comment section and I will go back to you as soon as possible and I will try to help you. And the second options are people who will just skip this video and go watch some different video, which in that case I hope you at least enjoyed and goodbye.